out there? And guys, I have a number of topics that I've just been thinking about a lot lately, as far as like YouTube ads, some giveaway news that I need to share with you, talking about monetizing, the future of the channel, that sort of stuff. And it just turned out that now would be a really good time to do a channel update, and that's what we're going to do today. So hopefully you stick around and get an idea of where we're going and some of the cool stuff that we have coming down the line in terms of that sort of stuff. All right, but I want to get started really just sort of by talking about the beginning and what the goals of this channel were when I started, because I didn't have any goal financially to ever make money off of a YouTube channel. Still don't. Spoiler alert. And I really wasn't aiming for any kind of like subscriber count, trying to grow to a certain size. Like, growth is always good because it helps me interact with more people, but it's not something that I'm looking for the sake of growth. I don't need to grow just to be big. Like, that doesn't really accomplish anything, for me at least. What accomplishes something is having a channel where I get to interact with a lot of people and meet people, and that's what was missing in my knife experience before I started the channel. You know, I wanted to meet people. And so I've been able to do that. I've been able to do things my way, which has been super important to me. And I don't know about every other channel that's out there, but like when I started, I had a number of things that I knew were principles of the channel that I didn't ever really want to bend on. You know, and I don't need to talk about those all here, but you know, I had sort of a construct of the things that were important to me and the things that weren't. And certain things I wasn't going to talk about on camera, and certain things I wanted to talk about all the time. You know, stuff like that. And the subscriber count, getting to like 1,000 was huge. Getting to 2,000 was bigger. Getting to 5,000 was big. But it didn't do anything for me apart from ego. You know, it was just cool to see it happen. But since then, you know, I haven't really been paying attention to it all that much, and it hasn't been all that important. The principles of the channel, me doing things the way that I want to do them, has been important. And I've been able to stick with that. And that's why I never monetized. You know, part of monetizing, two things that really concerned me about monetizing. The first one is that I hate YouTube ads. I hate them. I really despise having to watch them. Even if I watch your channel, if I see an ad, I'm not happy about it. I just don't think that's, I don't know, I just don't like seeing ads. Especially since you can't skip them all now. So, you know, and what I've always thought about my content was that you shouldn't have to pay with your time in order to watch my video. You know, shouldn't have to pay money for anything that I do. So no Patreon, none of that kind of crap. It's all just out there, and you shouldn't have to pay with your time. Shouldn't have to watch a video for Tampax or for some political candidate's endorsement kind of crap. Like, no, you should be able to click on my video and watch it immediately. I ramble enough, as you can tell right now. I ramble enough in my videos. I'm going to take up enough of your time. So that's always been the mindset. And I've had people for a long time trying to convince me, oh, you should monetize. You know, it makes no sense not to. And I always told myself at the 5K subscriber mark, if I had that many people watching, it would almost make no sense not to do it. And I know buddies of mine have taken some of that like monetizing money and put it into the channel to reinvest. And so like they either buy giveaway knives or stuff like that, they do other things to help push the channel forward. And that's great, but it's just not been the path that I've chosen for myself. It's not been something I personally was interested in. And around the 5K mark, I thought about it a little bit, but no, really didn't decide to go with it. And then a few months ago, like it was at the beginning of the year, I don't know if I was just putting out videos that resonated with people or if my videos were better. I don't know what it was, but the channel took a big sharp turn up, and I was getting a lot more subscribers. The channel was growing a lot more. Every one of my videos, a lot of people were watching, and I almost thought to myself, I was like, God, I should just do it. I should just do it. And I almost considered monetizing for a minute, almost did. And then I got on YouTube, and that was the day that and that was literally the first time that I saw the ads where you had to watch 2 ads and couldn't skip either of them. So you click on a video, you watch a 15-second ad, can't skip it, and then there's like another 10-second ad which you also can't skip. And I just thought, that is bullshit. Bullshit. I want no part in that. I don't know if as a monetized channel, if you can decide how that ad stuff works. I have no idea because I'm not one of them, and I'm not gonna be. Well, that's the news. So as long as we keep going forward, we're not monetizing, we're not doing anything financially to gain or benefit on this channel. That's not what it's about. I don't want it to become that. And I'm happy that YouTube went that BS way with the ads to confirm that in my head, because yeah, they're ridiculous. The other thing about the monetizing that concerned me and really kept me away from it was, like I said at the beginning of the video, I like being able to do everything I want to do. I like being able to post a video knowing that people probably aren't going to watch it, and maybe it's only going to really be a cool video to a few people, but it's something that I like and something that I want to talk about, something that I want to review, or an old knife that is important to me. Like, once you're monetized, I was concerned that I would just try to go for hits and do like top 10 this, top 10 that, and just change my whole collection and get a ton of Spydercos, because those are the videos that get a lot of hits. You know what I mean? I didn't want the fact that more popular videos make more money force me into making more popular videos when it might not be what I want. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like doing videos that get a lot of attention, but I also like doing other videos, and that's a big part of the identity of the channel is, hey, whatever I think is interesting, that's what's going to get put out, and with no financial implications, I can continue to do that without having that like temptation. So really, really happy about that. As far as growth goes, I mean, the channel, since that big spike at the beginning of the year, it's slowed down. It's not really growing much at all. I'll check my account and I'll get a couple more subscribers in a day, and then I'll check it again, and those subscribers or like other subscribers are gone. It's going up, it's going down. I don't know what to tell you about that. It is what it is. I feel like I'm still making pretty good videos. Sometimes videos that I really enjoy, but again, it's what I like to do. And so if people are on board, that's great. If people aren't, okay. You know, I want the channel to continue to grow, because every time I meet a new person and build a new relationship, it makes me happy. That's really it. That's the only incentive I have. So moving forward, talking about like partnerships and stuff now. When it comes to partnerships with distributors or knife companies, I don't have any of that stuff set in stone either. I've had, guys, we're gonna take a quick time out. We've got a beautiful baby who's crying. I think my wife is with her, but I just want you to hear, I hear that sound and I feel joy. Believe it or not. So, hold on one second. All right, guys, so the crying meltdown has been somewhat averted. Baby's getting fed. But talking about partnerships, I know a lot of other channels have had set partnerships with distributors or knife companies, stuff like that. And that's something that I don't really have either. Over the lifetime of this channel, I have had a number of companies reach out to me, whether they were distributors or with the companies themselves. Sometimes I've done something with them, and most of the time I haven't. Every time I've done it, it's always been a single time kind of deal. I'll send these two knives and you check them out, yada, yada, yada. Every single time that has been done, every single time, that knife has been given away. It's been given away to you guys, Indiana Knives, when they contacted me, any of the stuff that I've won through like the raffles and the pass around group, all that kind of stuff always gets forwarded to you. When it comes to like receiving gifts and stuff, if viewers send me stuff, that's awesome, and I'll accept that graciously. I'm happy to have it. If it's a donation for the channel, if it's a loan so I can check out a knife, any stuff like that, always happy to have. But when a like large company sends me something, it's not something that I'm ever going to keep, even if I really want it. Just because, again, I just don't like to blur that line. And I like to stay as objective as humanly possible. You know, the most recent stuff, and there are a couple things like in regards to that topic, a couple knives that I'm going to be reviewing soon that are sent to me from companies. A couple of them are from a company called Lost Pines in Austin, Texas. And they sent a couple budget knives. You know, they're an outdoor store, and the thing is, if I were to keep them and wanted to keep them, I feel like I'd be influenced. And I feel like the perception would be that I was influenced by free stuff. So you guys are getting anything that I ever get from anyone. So it's not a lot because, I don't know, I don't reach out to companies. So maybe that's what other people are doing. Maybe I'm just not good at networking. But when companies reach out to me, if it's something that's interesting, I'll take it and then I'll pass it along to you. And that's how it's going to work. So I don't know any other way. But again, I don't want to necessarily get affiliated with anyone. If it was a distributor, I'd be happy to do that. If it was a distributor that I knew and liked, but that just hasn't happened yet. And I'm not worried about it happening. I'm content to keep going along the way that I'm going. But with all that in mind, talking about giveaways. So I do have a couple knives, like I said, from Lost Pines. I'll show those to you real quick. So these are just budget knives, 8CR, pretty cool G10 pattern on them. So yeah, reviews on these are coming soon, and then those will be given away. I do have a few Civivis as well. So there's a new Civivi knife that's coming out in the middle of the month. You're gonna see a ton of videos from a bunch of different channels the same day because Civivi is sort of putting together this big marketing campaign for it. It's their first slip joint and it's their most inexpensive knife yet. And it might not be their first slip joint, but it's their most inexpensive knife yet. And they sent 2 of them. When I post that video, that's a giveaway video. That'll be on August 15th, so mark your calendars. But I also have another Civivi that I have right here, and this is one from the Apex Pass Run group. This is the Plethoros. So this one, again, is one that I got from the Pass Around group. I don't even think I did a video on it, and I might still do a video on it before I actually mail it out to whoever wins, but the giveaway for that is right now. Let's do that right now. This is essentially a brand new knife, Elijah Isham design. It's okay. I mean, it's not my favorite Civivi. Ergonomically, maybe not agreeable to everybody, especially if you have larger hands, but as far as blade and usability, it's one of the better Ishams. It's definitely not an art knife the way some of his are. So yeah, I've got this pretty much brand new knife for one of you who managed to stick through this video and watch today. All right, so comment down below. Just put a number in your comment. I don't know what to say. Put a number in your comment. Make sure you're over 18. Obey your local knife laws. This one is over 3 inches, so you know it might not be legal everywhere. Make sure it's legal. Make sure you're a subscriber, all that good stuff. And yeah, in the next week or so, we'll pick a winner for this. All right, guys. So there's a lot still coming. There's not a lot that's going to change on this channel. And you know, if people do reach out and want to partner with me, I'll make those decisions case by case. But it's not anything that I'll do to really try to benefit from. At the end of the day, I still like what I'm doing. I still think that I can do it better. I still think the challenge of making videos and doing reviews is something that I'm working on, and it's not anything that I've completed. I don't feel like I've gotten stale at all. Maybe the results have and maybe the growth has, but when I have nothing to benefit really by that happening, it doesn't impact me as much. As long as you guys are interacting with me, as long as you guys are commenting, as long as I'm still meeting new knife people and hearing new ideas and interacting, then I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna keep doing this as long as I possibly can. All right, so that's the update. Thank you for bearing with me. Any questions, comments, complaints, suggestions, let me know. Put your number, any number, down there in the comments, and you'll be entered to win this bad boy. Again, from Civivi, who sent it to the Pass Around group and let us keep it, and it came into my hands. All right, take care. Thanks again. Here goes the baby. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.